Hello, hello. Let's see if that changed it. So the title of this actually isn't The Forest. We're playing 7 Days to Die today, and we are going to get straight into this. It's going to be 7 minutes. All right. How's it going? Hey, YouTube. Hey, Twitch. Hey, everybody. So today we're going to get straight into this shit. We're going to go over to the Dyersville Hospital, and we're going to clear that out today. My thought is if we take that out today, then we can take tomorrow, kind of do some of the other bigger POIs. But we're basically done with Dyersville because there's really nothing going on here. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Dyersville is one of those places, if you're not too familiar with it, that it just really... Okay, Iron Sledgehammer, I can make that. And I can make level 6. Let's go ahead and create a level 5 of this right now. No, Dyersville is one of those places where it kind of just runs out of a reason to play it. There's not a ton going on in terms of loot. It's not really difficult. It gets boring pretty quickly, and honestly, I mean, I would much rather just start heading south towards the desert city. But I definitely do want to go through this hospital. I feel like that's going to be a fun POI. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, you should check out a live stream. If you're watching this on Twitch, you should head over to YouTube. Check out the comment section. Leave some comments, some suggestions, what you guys want to see me play. Or if there's anything you guys want me to do in particular, maybe in this run, then you can leave that there as well. Also, I'm going to be updating I already updated my schedule. I'm going to be making some changes here and there. But right now, it's primarily going to be 7 Days to Die, just because I've been wanting to play this game for a bit. And I'm also going to be switching over to Rainbow Six Siege. Might be playing some Mass Effect. Might be playing some Warzone. But going to try to keep it pretty survival-ish. I like these style of games. Right now, hopefully right off the bat, I can find something for my leg, because this walking around shit's kind of boring. I'm not too worried about being forced into a situation to where I need to run. And not being able to run. Again, it's Dyersville. Yeah, it's the Dyersville Hospital. It's a bigger POI, but for the most part, it's still just as boring as the rest of the city. I shouldn't say boring. You know, it's not that it's a boring POI. It's just it's still a part of the pine forest, which makes it pretty easy overall. Also, I'm trying a new overlay, so I know I've had some problems with the chat in the past. We'll see if this overlay is able to kind of fix everything in one go. Sometimes chat will work, sometimes it won't, sometimes part of it works. It's kind of been a bit of an issue, but hopefully we get that resorted. Or resorted, Jesus. Hopefully we get that fixed. Just need to turn this down a little bit for myself. Was he down here? Yeah. Vitamins, I'll go ahead and take that now. I'll take the rest of that. So again, if this is your first time checking this out, then we're going to be finishing up, or not finishing up, we're going to be doing this hospital and then finishing up Dyersville basically after we are done with the first horde. And while I am going to be doing a relatively thorough, check through for loot, I'm not going to be tearing everything apart. And depending on, how fast we can get through this, I might not even check every trash can. I don't care. I just want my leg to heal. That way I don't have to slowly walk around. And since I'm not going to be doing any crafting, well, like any major crafting, I'm also not going to be taking apart every single pallet of cobblestone or clay soil, shit like that. Also not going to be going through and chopping up all of the dead bodies. I don't need nitrate powder. I don't need a lot of this stuff. I'm not going to be doing like a farmer playthrough or anything like that. Pretty much, if I can't find hidden loot, then I'm not going to have it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Holy God. Oh, my. This is not good. Wow. I thought that door was open. That door was not open. That went from like, okay, cool, there's a couple of them here, to, Jesus. All right, so I don't typically keep playing, but for this stream, at least we're going to finish this hospital. I'm gonna kill those bastards, and yeah, man, we're gonna be moving on. And here I was talking about how Pine Forest is just boring and slow and mundane. That's how this game can be, though. This game can literally go from just boring to you make one bad decision. You push into a room and you don't check behind you, or you don't check your corners, or you don't have a clear escape plan. And next thing you know, you're dead. So we're going to go through, like I said, we're going to finish this hospital. Wow, can't believe that just happened. But you know what, man? That's why this game is so much fun. I don't like a game that is just extremely predictable, and you know, even though for the most part this game has its ups and downs with predictability and with you know, sometimes it can be a little boring, sometimes it can be a little kind of on the nose with, oh, there's going to be some zombies here in this room. Oh, they're going to fall down. And you can kind of make those call-outs. Sometimes like that, it just once. That's all it takes. Get caught off guard one time, and then you are done. But no, it's cool. I mean, it sucks, but man, that's fun. All right, so let's keep going through. Let's keep pushing, and you know, hopefully we don't do it again. If I do end up dying again, then I will probably just call it and switch to a different game for the rest of the stream. But because I definitely don't die twice and keep going. That's the only reason I'm doing this right now is because I literally just started the stream and I don't want to end it like that. Well, at least I don't have to worry about my I don't have to worry about my sprained leg anymore. I guess that is a positive. All right. Yeah, I already checked that. I believe I already checked in here. They are just annoying the ever-loving piss out of me. So, I'm curious, for all those that are watching the VODs, what is the most ridiculous way that you have died? Is it something similar to that? Or do you guys have some funny stories? Because statistically speaking, 99% of you guys watching watch this after the fact. So hit me up in the and I know that I just set up the suggestions box on Twitch. Feel free to head over to YouTube, comment in the comment section, or if you do, if that's just too much work and you can't be stuffed, then go ahead and you know, you can write that shit down in the suggestions box. I'm not going to be too particular about that. To me, that's pretty much just a little note, you know, a little spot for you guys to say, hey, this is how I died. It's ridiculous. All right, cool. See, this is how that room should have gone. I should have been checking behind me. I should have made sure I had an exit plan. Oh, perfect. Let's say some coffee would be real nice right about now. What's up, Kenny? Oh, son of a bitch. How'd I miss that? Yeah, and if any of you guys do want me to keep going, I might keep pushing past this. I don't particularly like doing that, but I'll make an exception. Why so foggy? Oh, Jesus. Damn birds. Yeah, so there's not too much more to this POI. I mean, in terms of, like, surface area, actual explorability, there's still a bit left. But in terms of clearing rooms, it's pretty much rinse and repeat. As long as we don't make any more dumb mistakes, it should be fairly easy to just run right through. Especially now that, I've already died, and chances are I'm not going to be playing this run for the long haul. I'm not going to be going through every last little bit. I'm going to be kind of running through. Okay. Whew. I could hear that cop. Really didn't want him to blow up. Vending machine. I'm actually good right now. Alright, she's going to be beating on that door for a while. I'm not too worried about her. Let's, hop. I think I already checked this area out. With the comp, definitely don't need any bullet tips, but... Oh, that locked. That unlocked that door over there. Cool. We got big boy here. Alright. Like I said, she's going to be banging on that door for a good minute. Was that a vulture? There we go, got that bird. Dude, I know you're not supposed to like them, but those birds just piss me off. It's honestly the biggest reason I don't like going to the, it's the biggest reason why I don't like going to the wasteland. I just can't stand being attacked by a bird every 5 seconds. It just, like, I get that's supposed to add to the challenge, but it's more of just annoying than it is challenging. Alright, so we can use this little area as a fallback area when they... Oh, shit. Dogs. Forgot about that. Alright, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Jesus. Yep. It's going to be one of those days. You know what? Let's go ahead, craft some of these. Instead of going all the way down, or all the way around, we'll just pull up right there. And we will just keep on trucking on. More dogs. Reload the gun. Oh, shit! Anybody that's here for animal services and animal rights and all that stuff, those dogs were already dead when I got here. You know, it certainly wasn't me. Oh my god, biker, dude, just die. But see, again, that's just the fun of this game. Those little moments where you think, okay, we just got past that. Everything's good. Everything's beautiful. And then you get attacked again. Alright, I should probably go through the rest of this a bit slower, but I am not going to. More dogs? Jesus. Alright, well. Oh, he's on this side. I don't know how he got on that side. Oh, I can't jump. Yeah, again, that dog was already, it was already like that when I started. I didn't do that. I love dogs. Yeah, I don't love these dogs, but... Okay, I think we have a minute where we can be calm, cool, and collected. Everything's going to be all right. Normally, I would just jump that, but I can't seem to do anything without severely damaging myself. Okay, I think that's coming from over there. It's not a big deal. That was blocked off. We're going to have to go... Yeah, we're going to have to go up more. Sounds fun. Man, I gotta turn off that toggle sprint. It gets me into trouble quite a bit. Loot bag. Burning shaft mod schematic. Nice. I've had a burning shaft quite a bit. But you know, it's like the old saying goes: if it isn't burning, did you really have fun? The burning shaft, not the, not the. Oh, come on. All right. Like I said, everything is calm, cool, and collected. We don't have to worry about anything anymore. Those dogs, they can't hurt us. Just in our dreams. My door is locked. Oh, cool. A screamer. You know? Oh, a feral screamer. That's what I like. I don't think she spawned anything in, though. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm listening. I don't hear anything. Cool. She just swatted at me while she was still laying down. I should probably eat something, drink something. I should probably check in here. There's not going to be anything, but you never know. And again, it's those checking of the corners that makes the difference. See, this is another part of the game that I love. It's just walking on these tiny ledges is such a cool idea because it definitely adds a layer of realism to having to go through. Hello, Elizabeth. I don't know how long you've been waiting for a reply, so I apologize. But no, I was saying it definitely adds a layer of realism that I like. I'm doing all right. How about you? Yeah, I don't think my chat section is working. I don't know why that's like the main thing I seem to be having an issue with. But I'm doing all right. How about you? I think this is the area that we already cleared. Nope. Yeah, so we don't have too much more of the hospital to go through. It's pretty much going to be a couple more sections. I hear a spider monkey. Oh, feral white. Very nice. Oh my god. There we go. Jesus. All right. Okay. Whew. Got a little hectic for a second, but it's all right. We got it. I am not too concerned. This definitely went a lot better than earlier, that's for sure. We just got to take a little bit of a breather. We'll be fine. I'm going to drink some coffee. And I will eat something at the next vending machine. That's not a big deal. I'm honestly surprised I didn't get a loot bag from that feral white. A gold nugget. If I wasn't ending the run, that'd be really nice. And I know you might be thinking, well, if you're gonna end the run, then why are you still looting? It's because I'm a loot whore. I have to pick up everything. The idea of not picking up loot actually physically hurts me. Yeah. So I think that's the way that we have to go. I just want to double check over here. Yeah. Normally I would risk it, but I am not playing well. I think it'd be smart just to put a couple of frames down right there. All right, we are pretty much at the top. pretty much at the top of the hospital, and this is where the main stash is going to be located. It's going to be located right up there. And yeah, this has been definitely an interesting run of the hospital, but you know, honestly, I've died in much worse ways. This was a way that was super avoidable. I think that's kind of the bummer of it, but you know, ultimately, I've done dumb things, like just fallen from a ledge that I had no reason to fall from. You know what? Let's go ahead and take care of these guys first. It's just a couple of bums. I'm sorry, Kenny, but you were just taking too long. I wasn't doing that on purpose, buddy. I needed to move on, man. Let me check behind myself again, just because I definitely don't want to die to my own mistakes again. Oh, god damn it, these dogs. Ah, man. There we go. I got the other one, but I'll take some of that 9mm ammo. Might need it for the main stash. I'm not too worried about the rest of it. I don't want to be over encumbered, and like I said, I'm probably going to end this run after this stream. I don't like the idea of, you know, dying and then keep going just because I'm on a good run. It's like, no, when you die, and that's kind of how it should be. At least in my opinion. Again, if you guys want me to continue the run, I can, but I've always played permadeath. It's kind of how it just feels right. Otherwise, if there's no consequence for the death, then there's just no point. Let's go ahead and toss that glue, toss that gold nugget. Like I said, this is probably going to be the last stream on this run. I'm hungry, max stamina reduced. I should have brought some food. Oh well. You know, some food in this would be real nice. Nope. Some stuff I don't need and some other stuff I don't need. Ammo pile. A bunch of stuff I don't need. All right, let's. Oh my God! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! There we go. Oh my god. Hit him. There we go. See, the rest of this I'm not worried about. I just gotta let my stamina rebuild real quick. What's up, big mama? Oh, that's nasty, man. All right, but right up here's the main stash. I'm gonna let those big guys just be big and slow. And here it is. This has man, this has been a fun little ride. More burning shafts. Alright, I'll take that 9mm. I need to repair this. You know, it would be nice. Would be nice would be a little bit of food right about now, but I'm assuming that's not going to happen. That's right, I already looked in that. Yep. So if you're ever by the Navezgane General Hospital, you can just pull right up here, and you actually should be able to access this main stash without waking them up. But if for some reason you're like, nah, I don't even want to risk it, I want to wake them all up, it's actually really easy to deal with them. Because you pull your way up, all you have to do is kind of build like a little bit of a staircase and have them follow you down as you're going, pick up the last 2 frames, and they will have to try to spend the entire way going through the hospital to get to you. So just a little food for thought if you're ever passing by and you're like, man, I could really go for like a quick smash and grab style. That is going to be the fastest way of dealing with this. Alright, let's go back. I'm not worried about the infection. I'm not worried about my hunger. I'm not worried about all that. I'm right down the road from my house, so all I have to do is just run there real quick. And luckily I don't have a sprained leg or a broken leg to deal with. Oh, nope, going the wrong way. And you should be able to drop down right there. See, I do know this game and how to play it. I'm just terrible. Oh my, see what I mean? See what I mean? Okay, I'll eat that. Well, I was a pisser that I died, but ultimately, as you see, it took up most of the day, and it was still a lot of fun. I had a pretty good time, honestly. The beauty, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the beauty of this game is that anything could happen. Like right there at the end, you could say I should have died, but ultimately I had that main, you know, uh, main stash area handled. And I would have had the other area handled as well if I hadn't backed myself into a corner. Took a right instead of a left, or you take a left instead of a right, and next thing you know, you are done. Happens just like that. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of this. This infection. I could have swore I had 2 jars of honey. And I don't remember going through the other one. I probably thought that the beer was honey. It's whatever. Get a grilled meat and drink some water real quick. Alright. I can sort that when I get back. Oh, that's right. I am miles away from the trader. So if I want antibiotics or some honey, I'm going to have to go chop that down real quick. Go chop down a couple of tree stumps. Or I can head back in there. I saw that vending machine, but I can't remember if there was honey in there. I wasn't even looking. I don't think there was. Honey's one of those things that once you play the game for long enough, your eye just automatically tracks to it. At least mine does. And I don't remember seeing it in there, so I'm kind of assuming that it wasn't. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I am going to be playing some different games coming up. We're going to try a couple of things out with the schedule. The unfortunate, kind of truth, I feel like is that since the majority of my views do come after the fact, and people seem to be hesitant to, create suggestions or comment or just things like that. Trying to play around with the schedule to everybody's liking is going to be a little bit difficult. So for the most part, I'm going to be playing games that I enjoy to play. Mixing in some games that could just be fun, that I really have no idea if I'm going to like it or not, and we're just going to have to play and see. I feel like that's a really good way of discovering games in general, is just kind of hopping on, picking one at random. Ah, damn chicken. Picking one at random and then playing it. So I think since we died already, we should just have fun tonight. Let's go to the fire station and do a nighttime raid of the fire station. Yeah. I feel like that could be fun. First, I need to go home, and see, just double check everything, make sure I don't have any honey to get rid of this infection. But to be honest, it's going to make no difference in the long run. So we'll head over there. I mean, I am just kind of down this way. So we will sink the rest of our points into strength and big and fast. And the not get hammered, that's the perk book, but the sledgehammer. And we'll just see. We'll just have some fun tonight, like I said. Head over to the fire station, do a nighttime run of that. I know there's a cop there. I don't think there are any dogs, which that's good. Because I hate dogs. Doop, doop. Yeah. No honey, which, like I said, that's fine. It's really not going to change anything. Bring some coal over. Oven, that's going to be 5.5 minutes. Oh my god, I don't know why I was doing that. Let's go ahead, put that in there. That. I need that wood. I guess I ran out. So, that should be everything I need. I mean, let's go ahead and move that there. Let's go ahead and take that. Eat a little bit more, and then we'll head over there. Yep, it's going to be west. It's going to be this way. So it is nighttime right now, so all of these zombies are going to be at sprint. Which is fine. On the way, if we see any tree stumps, then we can go ahead and chop those up. I guess now would be a good time to go ahead and thank our sponsor, Factor 75, which I didn't create a spot on this overlay, so I'm glad it popped into my head. It's basically HelloFresh 2.0. Factor 75 provides, well-cooked and prepped meals and all that good stuff. Focuses highly on nutrition and specific dietary goals. It is great. If you aren't a person... Oh wait, this is the working stiff. If you are a person that doesn't really know anything about nutrition or dietary stuff, and you're not too sure what you want to get into, then it is perfect for you. You go on, you can select your goals, and if you use my link in the description of my YouTube video, and also on the About Me page on Twitch, then you can get 50% off your first order and free shipping. Factor 75 has been kind enough to sponsor, and even though I focus pretty heavily on my nutrition and my own dietary needs, and don't really need their services. It is something that I've actually thought about doing, just because, I don't know, it seems pretty cool, to be honest. But go ahead and check that out. If you want to use my link, 50% off and free shipping, go right ahead. Alright, that being said, now that I'm not going in the wrong direction. Ooh, he was feral too. Skinny Pete. Oh, of course. You see, that's what happens all the time. It's south. That's right. That's what happens all the time. I'll knock out the feral one hit, no problem. Perfect timing, everything's solid. The one that's not feral always gets a hand on me. Every single time. Alright, so let's kill Mo, and before we go any further, let's kind of look around real quick. Yeah. Go to strength, skull crusher, put a point into that. Nope. Put a point into that, and now? No. That's 2 points. Can't do that, so let's throw another one into... Actually, let's hold on to that. You are infected. Take antibiotics. Yeah, I know. I got my ass kicked in the hospital. And it's so funny, too, because they always tell you if you're going to get your ass kicked, the best place to do it is in a hospital. But no, they kicked my ass. And didn't give me any antibiotics or any pain relievers. They didn't give me shit, man. Honestly, the loot was pretty terrible. All of these bigger POIs really should... Not all of them. This game is interesting because it doesn't really reward you for taking on a bigger POI when you're at a lower loot level if you're in a place like the Pine Forest. So if I were to go over to, let's say the Wasteland, then yeah, the loot stage would automatically be better because it's in the Wasteland. So I find it really odd that they're trying to do this whole, biome locking where you have to do quests and everything else to kind of progress your way through the biomes, but there's really no point in hitting a harder POI at a lower level in whatever biome you're currently in. It kind of sucks. Now, there are, caveats to that. Obviously, if there's a small pass and gas, it's not going to give you as much loot in total as something like the Navezgane General Hospital. And there's other stuff like, if you go to a Shotgun Messiah, factory, obviously, the loot there is going to be a lot better than, some little small Moe's Market or something like that. But overall, it's just the ratio. They still haven't gotten that down. And I hope that's what they're trying to fix by doing this biome progression. Is by altering the loot that you are getting and having it be better placed. I know a lot of mods. There are quite a few mods out there that kind of place the loot into better POIs for that loot. So if you go to a passing gas, you're not going to be finding you're not going to be finding stuff for Moe's Electronics. If you go to a passing gas, you're not going to be finding a poppin' pills thing. Most of that's going to be in the respective POIs. Oh my god. Dude. I have no idea why that just burned me. What the hell was that? I've had some funky stuff happen in that game, but I have never had that. Jesus, that was weird. No, like I was saying though, hopefully in the in the next updates that gets fixed. I don't love the idea of biome progression, but I will be much happier with it if the loot in a biome that it forces you to be in is better. Because again, that's kind of the amazing part about this game is you can start and then instantly go to the wasteland if you want. I mean, it's not advisable. It's definitely not something that you should be doing, but you can. So I don't know. This update and this series of updates certainly has me kind of on edge. Just because I don't know what to expect from it. I feel like there's a lot of changes that, you know, could be really, really good for the game. But I also feel like there are quite a few changes that kind of make the game stray away from what it originally was. If that makes sense. Armor triple pocket mod. Biker outfit. I like the dog food. I don't know. You guys tell me. How do you feel about these series of updates? Are you guys looking forward to the changes? Do you think it's all going to be, you know, snow cones and rim jobs, or are you guys nervous that they're making too many significant changes for it to be considered the same game? All right, that is pretty much the entirety of the fire station. Pretty simple. It was a fun little nighttime raid. I mean, again, everything I do, I try to have it be as entertaining as I think I can make it. I certainly wasn't planning on dying. That's kind of been the pisser for the night, but ultimately, even that was fun. One thing I did want to talk about is I am going to be having shorter streams, at least for the next probably week or so. I'm hoping that by streaming shorter sessions that I stream more often, I miss less, and it doesn't have such a impact on, you know, my sleep schedule. Not that it's like tearing me up right now, but I definitely would like to have some time afterwards, with the wife, and I think that a lot of that could be. I mean, a lot of what I'm doing right now could be shortened, and the only reason why it's not is because these are VODs, but I don't know. It's just something that I'm kind of been thinking about. Because I want to stream more often. I like playing games. I like, you know, kind of talking to myself. It's fun. But ultimately, that'll be another one of those things where if you guys want me to stream for longer streams, I can do that again. I do see the total watch times for my videos, and both on here and on YouTube, and so I'm kind of able to go through my analytics and check everything out and kind of see what's going on with that. So I mean, it's really up to you guys. Do you guys like the longer formats, less videos, just longer videos? Then sweet, and we can do that. If you guys want more videos but shorter, we can do that too. That's kind of the nice thing about all of this being what it is the fact that it's not a job. It is just for fun. It is just something to kind of do and relax and play games and get back to just hanging out. So it's kind of some stuff to think about, but we will definitely be playing a different game tomorrow, that's for sure. One, just because of the schedule, also because this run is over. So when I do play this game again, it will be a different run. Maybe I'll go Spearman. Maybe I'll go Club. I don't know. I just know I won't go Rifleman because the rifles are absolutely horse shit in this game. But, yeah, it's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for hanging out. And just let me know. Let me know your thoughts, suggestions, all that good stuff. All right. Bye.